The great sadness that filled every heart was not mere grief, but recognition. Something fundamental had been torn from the fabric of existence. The place where they had always felt their God's presence became cold and empty, an absence so profound it hurt to acknowledge. For the first time in recorded history, the immortal green leaves of the tree of life began to brown and fall. They drifted down like tears, each one marking the end of an era that could never be restored. The energy released by Kamoshami's death tore through space like a wound in the cosmos, cascading from Hogar and striking the peak of a distant mountain on the world called Solaris. At the base of this mountain sat Jitsuno the sage, deep in meditative thought. He had just finished drawing the lines in the sand in the Zen garden at the center of his monastery, and was enjoying the work he had done when the impact shook the very foundations of his home. He sighed with resignation as he noticed the tremors had flattened out the sand after all his careful effort. He grabbed his stick and was preparing to start over when a thought came to him. Whether that thought was his own or the voice of inspiration, he could not say. Nevertheless, he obeyed it. Taking his staff with him, he ascended the mountain. At the summit was a sight he did not expect. The mountain was stony and unforgiving. No life had grown there in all the time Jitsuno had known it, the altitude too high, the air too thin. But there, at the peak, stood what appeared to be a peach tree in full health and bearing fruit. Jitsuno approached cautiously, his monk's training warning him that miracles often came with costs. But hunger for understanding overcame caution, and he plucked one of the golden peaches and bit into its flesh. The moment the fruit touched his tongue, his consciousness exploded beyond the boundaries of mortal perception. He saw across dimensions, through time, into the very structure of creation itself. The visions that flooded his mind contained knowledge no mortal was meant to possess. Yet among these revelations he saw purpose. He understood the balance of creation and destruction, saw the gods in their pantheon, and the intricate design by which they crafted reality. He saw, with unquestioning clarity, his part in it all. Yet there was something else he witnessed, a deviation in the plan.